mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all?
I ain't gonna lie, I do miss you.
Y'all coming into the room, share the live, share the live.
I'm so proud of your progress.
Hit that like button, hit that like button.
You're smart, and just like
Sure,
your
what up?
father, you are all heart.
What's good with you? What's good with you? At this time, I'm gonna ask you to get the tap up, get the thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button if you're just coming in.
Ever since you've been away, there is no more need to say, come home. Everyone wants me to play, but I have felt the need to stay alone. My daddy's gone,
Never gone,
my daddy's gone,
never gone,
my daddy's gone,
never gone.
my daddy's gone.
What's good, what's good, what's good?
Yeah,
I'm trying to come over to YouTube more. I gotta come over to YouTube more.
Without you, baby boy, you never been refused
At all.
Junior, if you only knew how I wish somehow I could just call.
My daddy's gone.
Not far away.
My daddy's gone.
See you soon someday.
Someday. My daddy's gone.
It's not so long.
My daddy's gone.
Never gone, never gone. Yeah, yeah. Son, I'm here, I'm listening. When the stars are glistening, just know I'm never leaving you. A father's job is never through. No, no.
No, no.
I'm never gone. I'm never gone. Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone. Yeah, when you happy or you blue, I got your back, son, I got you for sure. I'm with angels up above. You got my unconditional love, so pure.
Never gone.
If you ain't become a member to the page,
Never
you
gone.
might want to think about becoming a member to the YouTube page. Hey, shout out to the members. Shout out
My
to
daddy's gone.
2-month members. You know, shout out to the jewel droppers. So lock in,
Listen
lock
to me,
in,
little
lock in.
JR. Daddy's never too far. From the day you were born, you've been a star. Everything to me, that's what you are. I don't want you to think of me like I'm not here and feeling sad. I want your mind to be free, have no fear. Boy, you still got the bestest dad. I'm here for important times in your life, like when you graduate, when the lotto get a white. I've only left the physical. Our connection is truly spiritual. You got my DNA, so you really always had me. It's more than a cold running your little body. I know sometimes things seems unfair. Just remember God knows every single hair. You precious and you here for a reason. I already had my season. I was giving you as a blessing and with many things. And now the only difference is a pair of wings. I'ma fly with you everywhere you go. I'm on your journey, whether fast or slow. I'm only really gone for a minute, but this world goes on through you, I'm still in it.
Gone, gone, gone.
See you soon, it won't be long.
Gone, gone, gone.
We got each other, so we'll stay strong.
Gone, gone, gone.
I'm never gone.
Daddy's gone.
No, I'm never gone. No.
My daddy's gone.
Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone.
Daddy's gone.
Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone.
Daddy's
Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone. Daddy's never gone.
Daddy's never
Yeah. In a world full of wretched devils, red and blue. Satan lurks on all levels. On me and you. His minions working around the clock to keep you on lock with a mental block. Why they taking stock? The wool on so tight, the sheep stay blind. It's a full-on fight as we seek our own kind. Left side, right side. In a wicked world where you can't hide. They tell you your savior died, but we know they lie. Constantly in a battle as they move us all like cattle. Misplaced to blame, such a fucking shame. We've been framed, don't they? No, we'll never be tamed. In the book of life, we've all been named. Another operation, separation, but with preparation, it's graduation. I witnessed a better nation.
I wish I could open up the sky.
I wish I could take you up this high,
So you can see the angels fly.
so you can see the
Angels fly.
I will.
Open up your eyes.
and you,
Would not believe the lies.
so you can see the
Angels
so you can see the We've been living in the shade, watching everything we love degrade and fade. That's why we always pray. But seems it's all out of control. So plead to God to save your soul. Pay the toll and keep you whole. See the horizon, hypnotizing and surprising. Great rising, keep it. Demons at bay, one by one we fucking slay. Angels say don't stray, a moment away. Sweet in the stay, seize the day. No more temptation, only elevation, which turns into elation. Symphony sound and standing ovation for the greatest creation. What a sensation!
I wish I could open up the sky.
I wish I could take you up this high,
So you can see the angels fly. So you can see the angels fly.
I wish the heavens open up so wide. Then you could see the joy inside, 'cause you would see them.
Angels fly.
Oh, you would see them.
Angels fly.
They rule by fucking threats and instilling fear. Another year, another tear. We afraid it was never made clear. We do anything.
We already watched that interview.
Hoping he will.
We already watched the Jason Lee interview. We about to talk about it.
Confetti, beauty like
Yeah, we already watched it. You late. You late. That interview came out at 8 o'clock this morning. We done watched it, broke it down, ready to talk about it. Nah, you don't see us. You don't see us. You don't see us ready to talk about it. Yeah, we locked in. Yeah, catch up. Hey, catch up. YouTube, what's going on with you? YouTube, shout out, YouTube. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. So before we pull the Discord into this, right? We're going to talk about it. I mean, Jason Lee did ask some questions. I don't think he asked the right questions. He did ask some questions, right? When asked about Junior, we find out that Chrisean still believes in her mind that there's nothing wrong with Junior. There's no diagnosis because there's no illness or no element, right? According to what Chrisean just told Jason Lee earlier today, right? Which we know is a straight up lie, right? I think Jason Lee probably should have pushed a little bit more on the Junior conversation as far as asking about the club feet, maybe ask some more questions regarding to Junior's eating or the ability to not eat, right? Chrisean tried to pull out different characters. Like she tried to pull out different characters today. These characters that you seen was not like, you know what I mean? It wasn't Chrisean. Like when she was doing the pass or smash, like that wasn't Chrisean. Like you can hear the change in her voice, right? And I want y'all to understand the timeline of when this took place. This was that the day that they went to the Burberry store, spent 10,000 or eight, however much it was in the Burberry store, and they went to the Dodgers game, and so on and so forth, and then they went out to eat afterwards, and that's when the whole scene took place, right? According to Chrisean's story, this happened completely different. She tried to say the cameras was not there. They was lovey-dovey with each other. And we watched all of it. Like we literally watched all of it. And she told a completely different story of that night. This is the very next day. This is the day after all of this took place when they fell out in the store. She said she was waiting for her black car to come, not the store, but the restaurant. He got up out of there, right? And this is the Jason Lee interview. Jason Lee asked her, he said, "You gonna be with Blueface next week?" She's talking about, "No, he lost his privileges. You ain't gonna see me with." He said, "Let's make a bet." You didn't have to make no bet, take no bet, none of that shit. What, less than 12 hours, less than 12 hours, it was already out there. You know what I mean? She was already with Blueface. Yeah, he put it on the BET network, which is very weird to me that he didn't put it on, Hollywood Unlock or whatever. He put it on the BET network. I thought that was strange. I'm like, okay, why did he put it over here? Or maybe he did the interview and then sold it to them. I'm not sure why it went to the BET network. I'm not sure why the interview aired on the BET network. I'm not sure why. Let me go live on TikTok and try to get some people over here from the TikTok as well. I'll do that from my phone. Yeah, I wasn't sure why it aired on that network, the BET network. I'm not sure why. But it did. It aired on the BET network. And, I think Jason Lee should have asked some tougher questions. I think he should have pushed, on the whole, Junior thing when he just let her, just brush past it, like, oh, my son is moving at his own pace, and he's coming in at his own pace, so on and so forth. The interview was, I don't want to say trash, it gave a lot to, like, understanding Chrisean. If you actually analyzed it, if you look at Chrisean and how she answered the Ronnie questions, how she exposed herself a lot more, as far as the roles that she played. Jason Lee was actually exposing her and, asking some pretty, not asking, but he was actually checking her on a lot of stuff, like, oh, let's go back and look at this clip. What about this clip? Even the whole, when she tried to get into the modest persona, with the smash or pass thing, he brought up Little Baby, just to show, how easy it is to see that light switch on and off. I think it was very telling. If you ask me, I think the interview might have been trash, but I think if you look at how Chrisean, flips through these different personas, these different entities, if you would say, you can see a lot of that in the interview, from the smile with the hands covering up the face to the, it's like watching Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde or something. You know what I mean? The way, even when she covered up her face, she showed her eyes and her teeth and looking like, the bride of Chucky, stuff like that. I think that was very telling. If you watch her during the interview, like I said, you can go back and watch the interview, break it down for yourself. She tried to make it seem like Junior was her person, like her second half. Like, I'm never by myself because I got Junior, you know what I mean? And he's always with me. I could just drag with him, so on and so forth. So this is like, she treating Junior like a my buddy and me doll. You know what I mean? She got this, she dragging him around like my buddy, wherever I go, he goes, my buddy, and me. You know what I mean? So to me, that seems weird, I'm just saying, like, a lot of the stuff that we watching, it's not like, somebody gotta ask her the tough questions, like really sit down and ask her the questions that she don't want to answer. Fuck all, excuse my language, but forget all of that tapping of the sign. I would look, you tapping the sign, trying to do all of this nervous fidgeting shit. This is the lie detector would have been going off. You know what I mean? If this was Mari or something like that, it was like when asked in regards to Junior and his disabilities and whether you should get help about it, you said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie. And you lied about that over 7 times. Like, when it comes to whether or not this, like, that's what you need to do with Chrisean. You don't need no damn you know what I'm saying? We don't need this, fake ass, let her tell a lie to a vision. And we supposed to believe the lie because she added some tears and theatricals and performances. No, no, fuck that. We don't care how many times you pick up that cup of water, twirl that straw around, tap it up again. We don't care about none of that. Like, strap her ass, make her sit on her hands and her fingers, ask the tough questions. Inquiring minds want to know. What happened with Ann? You know what I mean? So what happened with the Ann? 2017, there was an incident that took place. What, are you aware of this incident that took place in 2017? 2019, Geronimo was taken out and you went around bragging that you and your ex-boyfriend unalived someone. Well, can we talk about that? You know what I'm saying? We don't want you to keep on playing in our face and asking her the questions that, you know what I'm saying, that we already know the lies to. We don't want the questions asked that we already know the lies to. We want the questions asked that will lead us to the truth or back to Shepherd's Pratt. You know what I'm saying? Back to Shepherd's Pratt. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the YouTube page. If you're on TikTok right now and you coming up on the page, y'all got to go over to the YouTube page. Come up on the YouTube page or go to the Discord. I'm about to pull my Discord into the conversation. Electra, you know you're in the box? You don't know you're in the box. All right, I'm gonna drop you back out. You think listen, only thing this is gonna do, and mark my words, right? All this is opening up the door for is for Jason Lee to possibly do interviews with the other people that he mentioned, right? Maybe open up the door for Chris Brown, Little Baby, or Drake interview, right? And also bring Blueface back, right? Because Blueface now has to respond to everything that she said during the Jason Lee show. So that will bring Blueface back. Blueface will probably bring Carlissa back. He's going to appear with Nevaeh, so on and so forth, right? So all it is really just this circular thing to keep the circus going, right? The people that she mentioned, Kevin Gates can now come into the, all these new players can be introduced into the circus now, courtesy of Jason Lee, right? This is how you get more people involved, right? The reality of it is, when asked the questions regarding Ronnie, she actually spent it into a different direction again by going into the way of saying that someone in the neighborhood or someone in one of the counties over, got unalived already for Ronnie, allegedly. The person who did it, the unaliver. The person who unalived Ronnie already is in the ground, right? Trying to point it to like there's a big street war going on in Anne Arundel County, right? There apparently Anne Arundel County street games have begun, right? And now they're gangster and into the gangster stuff, and now this stuff is happening, and they were in some big beef, right? We never heard this before. I mean, even the detective probably never heard this shit before, because the detectives contacted Quell and told Quell that they was contacting him regarding his online activities or what he was saying online, right? And Jess West said that the detectives contacted her in regards to text messages, so on and so forth, right? So obviously the detective was looking in the direction of whatever this beef was that was taking place online, and not no, gang affiliation war or whatever in Anne Arundel County, right? If you're on the TikTok right now, go over to the YouTube page, Ralph the Wise on YouTube. That's Ralph D.A. Wise on YouTube. Go over there. And if you're in the YouTube, we invite you to the Discord to come join the Discord, right? At this time, I'm going to pull the Discord into the conversation for we also have people over there that is waiting to uh, come in on this. As you can see, the Discord is right here. We'll get rid of that chat box. But hold on, I can hear you in the box on TikTok. Come on. Grand Rising, how are you?
Excited to get into the tea because I definitely missed the show, but I saw some clips of it.
Yeah, the interview with Jason Lee. It was bogus, man. It was bogus. He didn't ask nowhere near the right stuff. He, like basically tiptoed around some of the important questions. Even though it looked like he was scolding her, or not so much as scolding her, it looks like he was, trying to dig in a little bit. I had hope in the beginning of the interview, like, okay, he about to dig a little bit, but nah, he didn't. You think like
Because he's not normally like that. He normally does, dig into it, but
yeah. Well, at this time, I'm going to bring the Discord into the conversation because they're waiting over there. If you want to continue watching, go over to YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Ralph the Wise on YouTube. That's Ralph D.A. Wise on YouTube. I just pulled the TikTok up just to, let people know and to try to get people to go over to the YouTube or to encourage you guys to join the Discord because it's fun in the Discord. You can speak your piece in the Discord without any type of ridicule or backlash. A lot of people want to speak out against this level of behavior being projected in the community. The fact that we have a serial unaliver doing interviews and shit like that is strange to me in the first place. You know what I mean? One's in the chat if y'all find that strange. Discord, come on in with the conversation. You could be heard on YouTube at this time. If you guys can hear me in the Discord. You guys hear me in the Discord? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We can hear you. Grand
Okay.
Rising.
Okay. They can hear us. They can hear us. Grand Rising. The TikTok can't hear us. That's the thing about the TikTok. Y'all can't hear the Discord. Y'all got to go over to the Discord or go over to YouTube if y'all want to hear the Discord or See, every platform has its privileges at this moment. You came from TikTok. Appreciate you for coming over from TikTok. So listen, what I want to ask, the people in the Discord in regards to this, right? Two-part questions, right? What do you think we seen on the Chrisean side as far as the Jason Lee interview and the chain of events that took place that weekend? Because I think the Jason Lee interview and the chain of events that took place that weekend is all like plays a part when looking at her character. She did that interview that morning, stalked the baby shower that night, ended up popping off 3:00 in the morning Sunday. And you know what I mean? Like this was all in one weekend. We had to wait 2 weeks for the damn interview just for everything to calm down. So that's one part. And then the other part is based off of Jason Lee. Do you think Jason Lee asked the right questions or how do you think? So at this time, I'm opening the floor to the Discord and people in the Discord that might want to add in. Somebody on TikTok said Jason asked good questions.
I think Jason kind of babied her through the interview and he asked good questions about Blueface, but not about other stuff that we want to know about.
He was just asking her all these basic ass, weird ass questions, and I don't feel like we got nowhere with the answer she gave, anyways. Like, it made my head hurt.
Part of me feels like no matter what questions were asked, she was just going to deflect and beat around the bush. And no matter who the interviewer is, I don't think that she'll ever give us like the real that we're looking for. That's just not who she is, unfortunately.
So you think it's more so with her creating a narrative as opposed to the truth?
Yes. Because she has to continue the narrative.
Yeah. That narrative creation seems to be the ultimate thing, is like them painting a certain picture or idea or image and then living in that picture, idea or image and seeing if the public is okay with it. Crocodile tears and all, it was bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
You
more like
can literally see her forcing the tears out. I'm like squinting at my screen, like, where's she crying at?
to me, it felt like two besties having a conversation, not like more of we want to dig deep and get answers to questions.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I agree. Definitely surface level.
the only way we're even going to see the truth is when Junior goes to a doctor. I think that's the only way we're actually going to really get to the truth of it. Like, that's why I don't want to stop talking about it. That's why I don't want to, drop the topic or subject, or go into a different topic or subject. There's other stuff that I want to point out and talk about, related to the whole Queen Op situation over on TikTok and, the whole Woo Lady scam and, different things that I might want to talk about regarding Kick and the whole network of Kick, the negative that they push out there, possibly embark on that conversation. I also want to start doing classes in the Discord regarding to variations of discernment when it comes to dealing with situations or just situational awareness as we move forward in this new day and age. Dealing with people is going to have to be a new study for a lot of you guys. Like, I know you think you know how to deal with people now, but you don't. These new breeds of personas that's out there, I promise you, you wasn't ready for them, right? The way that they lack empathy, sympathy, the lack of care or thought for others, how they can like just brush something off where you might be from an era where certain situations might traumatize you, right? Certain situations that you come across, they might, traumatize you and change your move forward from there, right? But they're wired for that shit to excite them, they're wired for that shit to excite them. If a tree fell on a house and they had to escape, the next thing has to be more exciting than a tree falling on a house. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You see Chrisean every day, every weekend. This is the buildup. It's like the preacher's kid, right? The preacher's kid, so isolated, when they get a chance to go out and do shit, they overdo it. You know what I mean? Yes, we watched the interview. We watched the interview in the Discord and we watched the interview on the Ralph the Wise 2.0 page. But they overdo it. So Chrisean build up for the week ends up what you see when she goes out for the weekend. She's got all this energy build up, and then what you see for the weekend is her releasing all of that negative energy that she done built up, trying to be this fake fictitious persona of her holy hands, right? So the harder that she fake this persona or image that she's pretending to be, the tougher that energy builds up inside of her. And then you see the combustion that takes place, right? It's almost like building up for a crisis. The chaos is building up for a crisis. You know, she manipulates God and different variations of things, plays in the face of, people because this is what pays the bills. This is what brings her the money. This is what, that's why she says, like, keep watching. You know what I mean? Just keep watching. She said, I'm a work in progress or a walk in progress, right? She didn't even say work in progress. She said, I'm a walk in progress, right? Just keep watching or don't, you know, or don't watch. You know what I mean? Keep watching or don't watch. That's your two options when it comes to this, right? But this is like watching a train wreck. You can't take your eyes off of it because you know the shit is going to wreck. Just how many things she's going to crash into before she stops. She may get better though. You think?
Absolutely not.
Somebody on YouTube says she may get better. I don't think so. Unless people hold her to accountability, you can't expect this person to get better. That's like expecting Jaguar Wright to change and nobody standing up to her. That's like expecting, like you see this repeated act. If nobody's willing to stand up and tell that person the things that they're doing is wrong, how do they know when to do the right thing? Like it's like a kid. When you're talking to a kid, you're telling this kid, not to respond to all of their impulsive actions, right? When my son had impulsive actions, I had to observe him and tell him, like, no, that's not. Like one time he grabbed him and these kids were fighting, right? I took him over a friend's house and he was playing, like both of my sons was upstairs playing with the other kids that was upstairs. Now I don't know what happened up there, but he grabbed a spray bottle, like a chemical spray bottle that you clean up with, and he was spraying it at them, right? And I had to tell him, like, hey, whoa, what if that get in their eye? What are you spraying? Like you just grabbing bottles and just spraying it at people? Like that's not, you know what I mean? But that's an impulsive whatever response he was having, right? So like you're analyzing Chrisean and her actions, and nobody is telling her that she's wrong. She calls the people that enables her to keep on doing it. She'll call Coach Calvin, which you see, he's like a little gremlin within himself. The way he keeps on trying to make fun of the other girl that they're training with, the way he keep on trying to act like he a kid, like Coach Calvin is childish as shit, like a little gremlin. You know what I mean? And he sits there and he does the little you
He
know what I'm
needs to
saying?
be investigated too.
Right. She calls Coach Calvin when she want an enabler, when she wants somebody to help enable her. Coach Calvin say, she ain't do nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong. Yeah, because that's your cash cow. You're scamming, right? We get it, Coach Calvin. You're scamming. You need her to stay out. You need her to be out and about because you waiting for this big payday. And she don't have no fighter, and you keep on turning down anybody that's trying to fight her on a professional level, right? Because they don't want to agree to the terms of your bullshit where Chrisean gets the favor because anybody can go in that ring and give Chrisean two good gut shots. She's going down to one knee. Soon as they hit Chrisean and give her two good body shots, she's going down to one knee. Fight over. And any real boxer is going to expose that. You know? Any real boxer is going to expose that. It's no doubt in my mind that Coach hit. Coach hit. Listen to the story of how he started coaching her. It's not even a plausible story. How did you end up coaching Chrisean? Well, she was in the grocery store and somebody was like, oh, that's Tank right there. And I was like, give him the phone. And I talked to Tank on the phone, and Tank hooked me up with shut up. Telling us these motherfucker buffoonery ass lies. So you happen to be talking to somebody who was in the grocery store with Tank, and you was just like, put him on the phone. Oh, you shop in the same grocery store with Tank? Put him on the phone. You ain't gonna find no professional fighter that's gonna take a fight on such short notice like this. You talking about 19 to 20 something days out. You less than 20 something days out. You don't even have a venue to stream it to. They can't even tell y'all where they streaming it to. They done fucked up all the deals and everything. X Rumble's not gonna stream it because they done messed that up. And now Coach Calvin talking about something. Yeah, it's real difficult when you're trying to do it yourself and do it on your own. Yeah, those people told you that. Those people told you if you ain't trying to cut them in and bring them some money, why they gonna help you? You shouldn't have thought you could do it yourself, Coach. You and Chrisean putting the money up, you scammed Chrisean, if you ask me. To even tell Chrisean that she can do it herself was a scam. Chrisean had a phone call where she actually had a fighter, right? Where Kick called her. Y'all remember the live? Kick called her on the phone and said, not Kick, but Brand Risk, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross calls her on the phone and say, look, we got a fight we can set up for you on Brand Risk, so on and so forth, and we can set this fight up for you. Coach Calvin get on the phone and say, nah, tell him we already got a fight. We already got a fighter. What? And then you find out 8 days later that they don't have a fighter. But Chrisean is selling tickets to a fight that she don't even have a fighter to fight. She just the face of these tickets that's being sold for this performance that's going to take place on what network is it taking place with? Oh, I forgot. They don't have a network for it to take place on. So now they're just looking at whatever money they can get by packing that stadium or whatever it is that they're renting out. It's fake. That sounds like a scam. Probably say in small print on a damn flyer that there's no refunds. They don't even have a platform to stream it from. What they gonna stream it from? Chrisean's platform? She done broke every damn camera. Cursed out every cameraman. What they gonna stream it from? Chrisean's Kick? You think Brand Risk gonna allow that for her to stream a boxing match on Kick when they already stream Brand Risk boxing matches on Kick? So if you ain't a part of Brand Risk and streaming boxing matches on Kick, they not about to let you just stream your boxing match on Kick when they already got. That goes against the shit. That's like going in somebody else's house or store trying to sell the shit that they got in the same store. Like, no, they not about to let you do that. So the only thing you could be doing for the people right now is scamming Chrisean. That's it. For the people that's on TikTok, make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube page, Ralph the Wise on YouTube. That's Ralph D.A. Wise on YouTube. If you want to see or hear what's really going on, go over to the YouTube page and subscribe to the YouTube page. And for the people that's on the YouTube page, why not become a member to the page, right? Become a member. Go look in the member packages. Get one of those packages. Become a member. The more members I got over here, the more I'm likely to come over here and do a live or, right now I'm trying to build over on TikTok. I'm trying to grow over on TikTok speaking about this. I think that's the fastest platform to get the word out as far as helping Junior. We've been doing this for, I want to say damn near 3 months. How long we've been doing this Discord? The Atlas Angels, how long we been doing this? They don't want to talk now. They shy angels in the Discord. This the shy group right here. And they ain't wake up yet. You know what I'm saying? When they wake up, they hella. But every time I go live, they get all shy and shit. But let me just leave the room for a little bit. They be in the motherfucker cutting up, right? Cutting up. Now they want to act all quiet and shit. But let me leave. They be in this motherfucker cutting up. But okay, we just do shy, brother. Do shy. We'll treat it like the five heartbeats. When I say go to church, go to church.
Hey Ralph, I got a question.
The YouTube video I'm showing myself. What do you mean? Go ahead, your question.
What you think her next scam move is gonna be? We see that the rapping didn't work, boxing isn't working. Being a mom, she's obviously a failure. What you think is gonna be next?
Well, she got two options. She could try this whole holy hand thing, right? She could try this whole holy hand thing, but I think
I
like
think that's a
her
failure at this point. I think enough
at
people,
this point, I don't.
yeah.
But I think the next thing is her trying to get into that house, right? Getting into that new house, and acting like she's building with Blueface. I think her mind is stuck on that, right? So whatever money she thinks she's about to bring in for this boxing match, she's hoping that's enough to satisfy Blue into letting her back into the foyer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's
What you think
banking on it.
about the Jerusalem thing? Her supposed to be going there allegedly.
Man, listen, if she go there, ain't nobody coming back but her. The whole 12 people that's going there, ain't none of them making it. But can you imagine trying to hang out with Chrisean in one of those type of areas? Women ain't even allowed to
Right.
talk to men. Do you hear what I'm saying? In certain areas, those places that she's going to be trying to travel, women ain't even allowed to talk to men. Can you imagine her going over there with that vulgar ass tongue? Y'all all getting locked up. You think she gonna be able to go over there and fist fight somebody? Yeah, hell, man, listen. Shit, I'm not going nowhere with Chrisean. Not Amsterdam, not Australia, not Canada, not Mexico, nowhere. Mm-mm.
Not even to church, okay?
Fuck no. We Christian. The only thing
Yeah, because everybody don't be playing that things.
yeah, we'll take a virtual trip somewhere with her. Shit. You take a virtual trip, you don't even have to go anywhere. Put these goggles on. It's gonna be like you're right there. Shit. She'll
I
be in
wouldn't
her
even do that.
shit. Me, her, and Junior have virtual goggles on, acting like we on roller coasters and shit, walking through the safari desert and hearing sounds of the Serengeti or some shit. That's the only thing. I don't want to be nowhere in her presence. Like wherever she go, negative follows. I promise you. Anything you do, it better be via the internet. You know? For real. I wouldn't go to a petting zoo with her. Huh? She looks pooped when the Asian lady told that Chrisean moved to Israel. I don't know. Chrisean might end up because right now, like, I don't know what countries is actually up to what she's doing. Like, there's no country that's really actually appeasing or like comfortable with what she's doing. You know what I mean? So that's the truth of it. But however we look at this, it's based off of our perception of what we're seeing, right? Krishan is selling y'all dreams. It's like that, like when you were a kid, you know what I mean? When you were a kid, you always said, like, when I grow up, I'm gonna do this, and when I grow up, I'm gonna do that, and so on and so forth. And she never really got out of that mindset of just lying to people. You know what I mean? Like at certain ages, you get out of that mindset of just telling people, like, you like even think of the whole marriage thing. Like she did a smash or pass, and she was like, "Can we do a smash or marriage?" Like no, it's smash or pass. Like, what do you mean pass or marriage? Like you're not marrying the next person that you get with. Like that doesn't even make sense that you keep on bringing in this marriage thing, knowing that you have an infatuation with Blueface. No one's going to marry you knowing that you really never going to love them because of your infatuation with Blueface. So the idea of marriage shouldn't even be in her head. And then she's always like, "Do you think me and LeBron look good as a couple? You think me and LeBron will be good as a couple?" And this, that. What? What are you talking about? Are you okay? What is the problem? Why you keep thinking that you're going to marry the next person that you with? Because that's a 12-year-old, that's a 10-year-old mindset right there, right? Anything outside of the sexual or image that she has used to get out of the environment, which is her ego, her pride, right? Anything outside of that, she can't answer proper questions. Her social cues are off. If you go watch the Jason Lee interview, you will notice that Chrisean did nothing but talk in a complete circle. She never answered no question. She never really answered none of the questions. When you go watch the interview, you leave more confused than what the fuck you sat down to listen to it for. Shit's so confusing, you leave with more questions than you walk to the table with. How are you trying to do an interview with somebody for clarity and you leave with more questions? Damn, now. And she never really, and then she's like, "That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. That's a good question. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing that that's a good question. Like, and I don't have an answer to what, ma'am. The fuck did you do the interview for if you just going to sit there and deflect like that? You know? And then you try to spoil it because you go on your live and then try to tell us all the things that Jason Lee was asking about in the interview before we even get to the interview to make it seem like the interview was messy. And it wasn't even that real messy. It was just a repeat of bullshit that he let you lie about in the past already. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really ask you about the paternity test and whether it was real or not. You know, he didn't ask you, so was Zeus Network paternity test fake or fraudulent? He didn't ask those questions. He didn't ask the real tough questions. Was Ronnie right in pursuing a paternity test? Could the baby actually possibly be Ronnie's? Or are you for sure that it's Blueface? He didn't ask zero shit. I'm thinking that he going motherfucking Geico this shit, take a closer look or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He didn't ask none of the shit that we really want answers to. You know?
From everything we seen, he didn't.
Even if he was scared, like shit, I don't give a fuck. If I'm paying you $10,000 for an interview, I'm asking all the questions that I want answers to. Fuck as you mean? If I'm paying you 10,000, I ain't paying you 10,000 just to spend time with me, 10,000 to spend a day with me, 10,000 to sit the fuck out here with me and meet shit. I can go sit in the park and do that. You know what I mean? All you need is a chessboard. People gonna come up and talk to you. You're not about to sit here and I pay you $10,000 and I not ask the tough questions. Shit, Jason Lee somebody need to rewrite Jason Lee's notebook. Whoever his PR team is, whoever put the questions together. Shit,
Can you play a clip first?
play a clip.
From the interview?
Oh, you got to go over to the YouTube to watch a clip or go into the Discord. I got it playing over there. But I can't play no clip right here on this. This is on my phone. You know. Yeah, in the Discord and in YouTube, we got the live up right now. I haven't even played a clip yet. We just been talking about it, but I am going to play a short part of it right now. Since you said something, I'm gonna play them. But you got to go over to the YouTube. So go to Ralph the Wise on YouTube or go to the Discord. The link is in the bio. You can go to the Discord. Hey, appreciate whoever just donated $3. Would you look at that? Somebody done hit the CA and donated $3. I didn't even ask about no $3 donation. That was so sweet. Oh man, that is so sweet. You don't know. You don't know how sweet that is. That touched me right there. I didn't even ask about nothing, and they donated $3. So that was sweet. But yeah, go to the Discord. If you ain't in the Discord, then you missing out. I'm telling you, we on track of all of this shit. The YouTubers ain't even get up and start talking about it yet. They don't even know what happened. Early bird gets the worm type shit. You know what I mean? We up. We done already watched the interview already. We synced it already. It's 12 o'clock noon. The YouTubers probably ain't gonna start until about 4 o'clock. By then, we done already talked and touched based on it, and we fresh. We on to the next thing. Back over to TikTok to finish talking about Junior. Because we're gonna watch later on. We're gonna go live again later on after we take a little lunch break. But that's in another hour or two. We'll take a break. We EA Sports right now. We waiting for y'all to get over to the YouTube page. For the people that's on TikTok right now, go over to Ralph the Wise YouTube page before I play the clips from it. Yeah, it's 125 y'all in here. I don't see my YouTube page going up by 125. I don't see it. I don't even see it going up by 75. So a lot of y'all ain't going over to the Ralph the Wise YouTube page. Y'all tricking me. Y'all tricking me. Come on. I need y'all in motion. Like these young kids be in motion. You see how fast that Nitro Camden dude? That's how we supposed to be moving, man. We supposed to be moving like them. We supposed to have a group like that. Nitro Camden ended up he in Ferraris and shit with neon art right now already. In less than a week. This motherfucker done made his rounds already. Why we supposed to have motion like that? Where's our motion? We out here ashy than the motherfucker. Ain't even got no lotion. Where's our motion at? Come on. We supposed to have a wave like that. What? Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Shit's terrible.
You
We
making sense though.
We out this motherfucker ashy and cold. They sliding passes and shit. The youth done put Nitro Camden on their back. 100K in his room already. Why we ain't got no wave like that? We can create it. It's enough of us on here. But y'all waiting for a club. Y'all waiting for a club to start to tell y'all to do it. This the 35 and older club. Okay, I want to be a part of that. Y'all waiting for somebody to tell y'all what the fuck to join instead of joining something and being a part of something. We about to create a wave over here at the Atlas family. I know, listen, the Atlas Angels, they ready. We about to get a Discord full of, you know what I'm saying? And that's, see, when you're an Atlas Angel, an angel can come in a guy form or a girl form. It don't matter. You know what I mean? You're an angel. You're an angel. You want to do angelic shit. You want to do angelic shit. We need a wave of people that's ready to do angelic shit. They already got a wave of motherfuckers that's ready to do demonic shit. That's why they call it demon time. Can we get an angelic time out this motherfucker? Can we get a moment of clarity or something?
Exactly.
And is
as it should.
We'll get it though. We building. We got the, you know, everything is working according to how it's going to work. And then once they see, they're going to try to sell it back once they see people buying into it. If the operation of currency don't change around it, then they're not going to sell it back to us. But once they see the operation of currency changing around us, then they're going to try to sell it back. You know what I mean? The YouTube is Ralph the Wise, Ralph D.A. Wise on YouTube. Jaden and Kai unfollow each other. Yeah, of course. All of that stuff is publicity. And sometimes it's good to be authentic. Sometimes everything is a PR stunt right now, what you see with social media and YouTube and streaming. Everything is like, oh, you should get with this person because it looks good. It'll get your numbers up. Look at that Pudgy situation, that heavyset dude and that pretty light-skinned chick, right? Oh, you should get with this person because it'll boost you, right? They've been doing this since the 90s. That's why they try to make, Biggie Smalls a good image, right? Because people start buying into the gluttony image, right? The fact that he over excessively eats and shit like that, right? So that's what you see them selling to us: lust, greed, gluttony, envy, jealousy, hurt, hate, anger, all of these low vibrational things. That's what they selling back to us. I don't want to buy into that no more. But I noticed that there's no network really out there selling us clarity. There's no network really out there selling us truth. So anytime I don't see the change, I try to be the change. So if you think like I think, then we should all try to be the change, right? because I don't see it. I don't see it, especially not in our community. We don't have no great voice in our community that's telling us education is paramount, right? We have these fake people that's telling us stay in school, but they already done joined the damn gang, right? Imagine Soldier Boy telling you to stay in school. He don't really got no education, right? Imagine these different people telling you to stay in school, but you see what they doing, right? They done joined gangs. Everybody done joined the gang. Everybody is Sue Wooden, Dada Doing, or Crit Crack. Like everything is just like gang related. So now the system that they created is telling you like in order for you to make it, you have to go through the ringer. You either got to join a gang, go to prison, get out, become a streamer. Join a gang, go to prison, get out, become a streamer. Or your mom got to beat you up out the house. Oh, you want to make it? You got to trauma bond to the people to make it. Why? Why should we have to trauma bond with each other in order for support or like whatever it is? Like, why? Why we can't positive bond with each other? If we all want peace, if we all want unity, if we all know what love is, if we all been hurt before, if we all been used before, if we all been abused before, why the fuck we still doing it to each other, trauma bonding to each other? You said what? We got to stop it somewhere. We got to, but they're not the public is the PR teams that they have, the characters that they're creating is what the public is buying into, right? So if the public buys into those characters, those images, world star, controversy sales, streamer university, that's what they're going to keep selling back to us, right? It's getting to the point where certain stores have to actually they're going to start putting signs up to whereas those streamers are not going to be allowed in certain uh, public places, right? Like Walmart. You think Walmart wants somebody coming in there, dousing their self with milk just for clicks and views, or coming in there messing up their products and stuff for clicks and views? So how many more outbursts are we going to have before they decide to stop letting people that's streaming into establishments and so on and so forth, right? How many more outbursts are we going to have before they say, that it's enough with the streaming stuff, right? But, as long as there's a market for it, they're going to sell it. But I say that we get out ahead of this. I'm looking for investors to invest in a couple of ideas that I got. I'm looking for people to invest in a couple of ideas that I got that's going to bring in some great changes, and put the money into people's hands that actually want to fix and build the community and redo some things. I'll throw one idea out there. Imagine, a couple of streamers getting together and purchasing a hotel, right? And they bring other streamers into that hotel where they can stream from the hotel also, right? And now you almost have an attraction because people that want to possibly run into streamers or something like that, they will be more inclined to book a room at that hotel with the possibility of running into one of the streamers that's streaming at the hotel, right? So they have a possibility of just being at the hotel pool and possibly popping up on a major streamer's page or hanging out at the hotel. A streamer can rent out the hotel every now and again. It's a great form of revenue. We see that streaming is actually taking over, moving forward with it, right? So I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking of multiple ways that we can make money in a unified way around this whole thing. This is the new television. This is the new wave, Imagine, selling to MTV or, one of these other TV stations, or creating our own TV station on Roku, right? We can create our own TV station on Roku to where as though we can do streamer games, right? Where we put people that stream on TikTok against people that stream on YouTube and people that stream on Kick and Twitch, right? That's 4 different streaming platforms, right? You take 5 people from each of those streaming platforms, right? Put them in some type of bungalow or some type of camp together. Their room is over here, their room is over there, and then they compete in different games to see who platforms takes the championship this year, and then this season, and then next season you do the same thing with a whole different group of people, right? And then at the end of it, you do a reunion special, right? And you keep on bringing them back. Why we ain't starting shit like that instead of starting this baddies bullshit? Why we ain't starting stuff like that for streamers instead of starting all of this negative shit? Why are we not starting positive things where we got to unify and actually think, you know, yeah, it might be like you with 5 other content creators on YouTube sitting there think how y'all gonna win the next event, next game, and then the TikTokers have 5 people that they got to work together with, so on and so forth. Y'all battle each other, do process of elimination, right? Try to sneak into each other's quarters to see what each other's talking about, and so on and so forth. Different strategies to try to get to the next advanced level of the event, so on and so forth. We could put together shit like that. I just don't have the proper investors, right? And I know people say I talk too much, but even to see one of your ideas take place, it's still great to see one of your ideas take place. So I know a lot of people might steal my idea or might go ahead and try to tweak it and put a different variety or version out there on it, right? But it's still great to see your idea out there. Like, even if you like, damn, I thought of that. Great minds think alike, right? So you're like, yeah, I thought of that. Boom. So even when you see it, it's still good because you know it was a good idea. It was worth stealing. You know what I mean? No, Streamer University is not the same. Streamer University is not the same because Streamer University is teaching you how to be messy, controversial, so on and so forth, right? Streamer games is something different. Streamer games is basically you're breaking them up into teams. You got the YouTube team, you got the Kick team, you got the Twitch team, and then you have the TikTok team, right? Now, of course, a bunch of people will be on TikTok rooting for the TikTok team. A bunch of people will be on YouTube, but you're bringing it all together. So imagine on your Roku show, a bunch of people watching from TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick to see who wins out in the streaming games, right? Content games, right? That's going to bring so many people watching. Especially if you add the Kai Cenats into the equation, if you add the Aiden Ross, if the first season of that has Kai Cenat as a captain of one of the teams, Aiden Ross as a captain of one of the teams, ISO Speed as the captain of one of the teams, and then you find somebody from TikTok as the captain of one of the teams. Each season broadcasts a new person from these platforms to be a captain of the team and pick their team. You get what I'm saying? They're picking the team, strategizing with the team, but they're not really on the team. They're the captain of the team that picks the 5 players that they want to be on the team. Like, they're putting the players together. So, of course, you would have to stream them first, picking their team, putting the team together. And this is all promotional. This is all the things that's going to go into the promotional and the build of it, right? You have Kai Cenat on a team or at the captain of a team. You have Aiden Ross, the captain of a Kick team. You pick a Twitch streamer as a captain of the team. You throw in a TikTok streamer as a captain of the team, right? You let them pick their 5, TikTokers or YouTubers or Twitch that they think is going to win this out for them, right? And now they're sitting watching their teams win out, right? And here's the catch. The catch would be giving the captains of the team certain special things that they can use in order to enhance their teams, right? So at any time, the captains of the team can use this, right? Your captain sends you a gift to help you in this project, right? Now it shows up like Big Brother in the house, right? A little remote comes in there. You have a message from the captain, right? Based on the theme or the theory of whatever it is that we're moving into the next task, right? And then the captain throws in whatever gift he might throw into you or incentive, right? The captain says, if you win this next mission, each player on the team gets $10,000 in their account or towards the victory, right? that shit's gonna take off like wildfire, and you can do it every fucking year from here until each your blip. It's a $1 billion idea. You can do it from now. You just do seasons all over, seasons, and then for reunion episodes. You know what I'm saying? You bring them back for reunion episodes. You bring them back for that's a $1 billion idea right there. I just got to get the people and the investors involved. I got to reach out to Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, people like that. You know what I'm saying? Once I reach out to people like that and get other people involved, then you're going to see just how far we're going to take this Atlas network and this brand, and just how, deep my mind really is. Right now, you're just, scratching surface level, and you don't really know the details of how something is playing out in my mind, right? But I already have it all put together in my mind. I just don't have the people that's willing to cooperate on the planet that want to build something like that. You know what I mean? Think about it. That's a whole network within itself to bring streamers together like that to compete, different, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole brand in itself, because you're bringing people from every platform to watch. And if you put a house together where there's a Roku 24-hour stream that they can watch it from, that's bringing in more money, because outside of the games that's going on, now you can watch the fun that's actually taking place with just people being together, right? On a 24-hour stream. See what's happening in each house 24 hours a day, right? You sign up for the TikTok house, but you can see what's happening in each house. Like you can watch this house, that house, see who's mingling with who on the side, on the back end, right? Have your mind playing tricks on you of who's going to turn their back on who's going to cross who, so on and so forth, right? I think that should be grand. I think that should be grand. One's in the chat, whether on YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok. One's in the chat or in the Discord. One's in the chat. Tell me that shit don't sound like a great marketing. Now that your mind has the details of what I'm talking about, tell me that shit don't sound great. Tell me you wouldn't watch it. Would you watch it? One's in the chat if you would watch it. One's in the chat. Let me see. We got some ones. We got some. I know everybody in the Discord will lock in, because it'll be like ours. We know that we was the first ones that talked about it, came up with it. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting to get the people to involved. I might have to reach out to like Messy Modge on TikTok, or might have to give one of these new TikTok, people an idea for it. Maybe y'all can reach out to a couple of different people that might want in on it. Maybe I should reach out to Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross. I know Aiden Ross might, try to buy the idea off of me. You know what I mean? I know Kai Cenat might try to buy the idea off of me. Maybe we should try to reach out to some of them people and see if we can get it out there. You know what I mean? It would definitely be a big change. Kai Cenat would definitely buy it, but then I think he would try to do something with like the streamer universities. Like I think they would try to you know what I mean? I see Kai Cenat over on TikTok. Maybe we should reach out to Kai Cenat, a couple of different people, so on and so forth. Damn. Now my mind is spinning of the people that I should reach out to.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
want to fight, but at the end of the day, I really love different.
But you can end a relationship, and a relationship can expire and not be a beef. Like you can decide at any moment that the peace that you talk about, that you want, that you reference is like God, which God is peace.
Yeah.
You can get that, but you have to do the work, because the Bible that you read says faith without work is dead. So how do you get to a place of peace if you keep entertaining the chaos?
That's one of my flaws, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
I'm not ashamed of it. But
listen to what she's saying.
No, you shouldn't be ashamed, but you should just own.
Want to fix it?
No, you don't. You don't have
what's
to.
What's good? What's good?
Own. We want you to own whatever it is, so we can just know what it is. Like you look at this straw.
Any of them will take the idea.
I think honestly,
you just got to reach out to the right person.
I just don't have. It's like this thin line between I don't know.
Maybe reach out to Mr. Beast.
And stuff like so. Sometimes I be seeing things.
I'll put a
Everybody else.
email together
really
and
think
just send it out to a bunch of people and see
That's
who
why
responds.
I pull back a lot. Like I ain't gonna hold you. This is the most I ever stood up for myself, showed up different for myself, chose myself over everything. But then it's like, I don't know. I can't help the fact that this person is just hurting. I don't know. It's just annoying. I don't know.
Well, for your fans who are watching, because you have lots of fans and they come after me whenever they don't feel we're posting you in the best light. We try to post whatever we see. And I love you. For your fans who support you and have been writing for you and that were celebrating when you got away from Blue and now are watching you back over there, what version of you are they supposed to believe? The one that wants peace and wants to get away, or the one that keeps coming back?
I feel like my fans they love me. They're just keep praying and hoping for the best. Like honestly, I'm just growing, shifting, changing. I think one thing about it, I feel like the more you get closer to God, the harder the fight is. Like at first, when I left, it was like easy and stuff. He wasn't bothering me. But now that he calling and pulling up, and I'm like, what does that feel? Just,
Y'all see? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. If y'all go watch the interview, if y'all seen part of the interview, it's all bullshit. Her responses is all bullshit. She keeps on talking in circles. It's always, I don't know. I don't know why I keep pulling up. I don't know why I keep letting him pull up. I don't know why I keep hanging out with him. I don't know why. That's a good question. That's a good question. I can't tell you why I keep backsliding, so on and so forth, right? It's only to frustrate and aggravate you. Like it's nothing, there's no real truth in nothing that she's doing or talking about. Like it's just to frustrate or aggravate the people who's watching, right? To keep on playing this, I don't know. I can't tell you why I'm doing this. I can't tell you why I'm doing that, but to just keep on doing it, right? I know I'm letting the people down. I know I'm disappointing them. Mind you, this comes right before she does the whole Nevaeh stalking of the baby shower. This comes right before her and Blueface put on the red and boxed in the street or whatever the case may be, right? She's sitting here talking about her hands is registered, this, that, and the third, and she don't want to have to put her hands on Blueface, so on and so forth. But really, you shouldn't be putting your hands on nobody, right? These are where she has these actions, but there's no consequences to her actions. She thinks that she gets to walk around and do what she wants to do in the world, and everyone else is subject to however it is that she wants to treat them or whatever it is that she wants to do to them. Blueface is messed up in the head too. That's another persona that we can talk about, Jay. I ain't ducking or hiding from speaking about none of these personas, these people. Bam, you're in the box? Oh, never mind. You don't even follow me. You don't even follow me. You don't need to be in the box. Hey, listen, YouTube, I promise you, for the Discord, man, y'all know what we do. We always in here. We definitely gonna go live on the Ralph the Wise 2.0 page and on TikTok and get those numbers up over there. Visual restriction. I'm sitting right in front of the damn original or reproduced content. How is this original or reproduced if I'm in front of the screen? TikTok. This is the bullshit. How are you saying that it's reproduced if I'm talking right now? If I'm talking right now, how are they saying it's reproduced content on you TikTok? This is how you know. Like, then the appeal is going to take 30 minutes. By the time the appeal comes back, they done dropped 50-something people out the room. So this is the bullshit that we go through. I think she was high as hell during this interview too.
But I don't wanna be no sacrifice. Though what you offered was so nice. I gotta think twice.
Yo, real quick in the Discord, can somebody send me a list of names to send the email to? If one of y'all don't mind, send me a list of names that I can send the email to. Like Kai Sinat, Aiden Ross, any other names that you think might respond to an email of such a great idea. Let's try to get some things that we want off the ground. Let's try to, put some ideas out there that will actually grow unity or create, speculations of unity, whatever you want to call it, right? So if somebody in the Discord can send me a list of, names of people, maybe your top 5 people that you might think will love this idea. Due to the fact that you said that it's a hallucination, I'm not even about to tell you the idea because you already coming with a negative notion. So why would I tell you my dreams when I already know that you about to try to tear it down? Nope. Don't try to say no offense after you already offended me. Might as well start with I apologize if I offended you. You can't offend me and then say no offense. Nope. Just start with the I apologize if I offended you. Because you did. And you meant to offend me. That's why you said it like that and told me it was a hallucination. Basically trying to tell me my dream will never come true and I'm just hallucinating it. I get it. I get it. But then when it comes true, then what? Then what? Then what you gonna say? Huh? When you see me, hello? What's going on? What you mean? Oh, I was talking to the Discord. You talking about what idea is it? What idea am I talking about? Oh, yeah, that's a idea to, do some stuff and try to get the right people to invest in it. That's all. Right. Oh, you thought I was talking about putting an idea together to save Junior? What's your piece on it then? What's wrong with putting together an idea to save Junior? Right. Right.
and we can move on. But then to see that people just sat back and was like, oh, just talked about it and didn't do nothing about it. So then it got to a point when Chrisean got out of jail, right? When Chrisean got out of jail, Zeus Network hit us up. Zeus security guards hit us up. And a lot of people don't even realize that plan that she had been planning, Zeus didn't want to mess with her because of Junior's conditions. Because Chrisean wanted to have an Airbnb, she wanted this and that to do that God's Plan TV show. And we had a couple Zeus securities hitting us up telling us that she was in different hotels. And this is when Tareen came out there. That was the reason why Tareen came, because she would leave Junior with Tareen. Oh no, Tessa. I'm sorry, Tessa. She would leave Junior with Tessa so she can go do whatever she want. But she was bouncing from hotel to hotel. It's just a lot. And when Zeus, she got into it with one of the Zeus security guards or whatever the case is, and they said that they were done with her. You know, that's why all the Lemmy stuff started going, because she was not handling Junior's conditions. Junior was not, at that time, he was like 1 year old, and he was going through, he wasn't talking, walking, still the same stuff, but they noticed that he was like sleep all the time, and it's like she was drugging him, and hearing all that stuff, it's at a point now, we in year 3, going on 3 next week, and it's honestly nothing. I can't see what else we can possibly do. I promise to God, I've done everything. Like, me and my best friend done. I even went to Baltimore. I went to Baltimore and went to that church in Tareen. I met Tareen. And Tareen didn't have no problem talking and saying the things that was going on with Junior. Like, it's so crazy. She didn't have no, like, she wasn't like Chrisean had in him and all that. Tareen didn't give that energy. Tareen didn't have a problem about knowing what's going on with Junior. She sees it. She like, I know what's going on with him.
So why not put together a meeting with all the content creators that's talking about it, and then, you know, try to take that meeting to, you know, a news, or take that, you know, conversation.
So when Shiny Way reached out to me and started sharing my content, and he was saying stuff that he was talking to news reporters.
But that's a deflection, though. Sean Davyway does a lot of deflection. He does a lot of shit for clout. He does a lot of shit just for his. He's not. Okay. Okay. Hold on. If we're talking about actually getting Junior help, or we talking about bringing attention to content creators, it's two different things, right? Bringing attention to content creators is one thing, right? Sean Davyway putting these titles in his name because the Chrisean Rock content brings him 1.8K people into his live, where versus when he just try to talk about coffee or something like that, it only brings in 200 people, right? So you can see that Sean Davyway only put Chrisean's title in the name, because when you get over there, he really circles shit back around himself, right? When it comes down to Junior, when it aired on TMZ, you would have thought more content creators would have focused on putting the content out about Junior, or having TMZ contact them and talk more about Junior, right? Instead, they all did the same thing, which was make it seem like Quell did it for because he wanted to hit, because he wanted some coochie from Chrisean, right? So they all did that same bullshit, right? Instead of focusing on Junior. When it aired on TMZ, that was the time that all of us should have talked about Junior and tried to get TMZ to do an interview with somebody regarding.
I you the email that I sent TMZ. I have the whole email and document, like a whole 3-page paper to TMZ, and I can show you. This is not the first time TMZ mentioned this. They mentioned this a while back as well, and we sent the email out. It's another guy. I don't know his name. He has the black hair. He got over 3.
Yeah, that's the Chrisean bacon cheeseburger fish.
He put a same Julia content out, and that hit numbers. But it's so crazy how people, because it's a child, and how sensitive the situation is, to where they don't want to say much, and they being careful with their words, and they don't.
But we're not talking about the child. We're talking about the way this mother is, carrying herself.
It's not we talking about Junior. We're talking about her motherhood. What is she doing? You know, she just on Jason Lee said he's going to outgrow this. This is a child. This girl is someone that was in a psych ward herself. Okay, so in her mind, she grew up knowing that people probably told she had a disability, but she probably feel like she outgrown it because God put her in a predicament with Blue and she got money, and that's why she's probably thinking in her crazy mind that she outgrown her disability. But if you go down a rabbit hole of her history, she is not, don't have it together. And I believe that's why she believing that Julia has these conditions, because she's not looking at the things that we are saying and saying that this is fetal alcohol.
She is looking at it, but to take accountability for any of it will only bring the guilt that she would have knowing that she caused it.
Exactly. And we're talking about someone who don't hold themselves accountable. She will never.
She's not going to acknowledge none of that.
She used to be an 80 to where she won't hold herself accountable. And we go down the rabbit hole with her siblings. Every time they try to tell her she did something, she always locked down, don't want nothing to do.
All of them have their problems. The other one has an emotional support dial, man. Like she has an emotional support dial that she carries around, like she carries around. Well, right. Be careful with the verbiage. You're on TikTok. Be careful with the verbiage. You're on TikTok. Be careful with the verbiage. You're on TikTok. I said be careful with your verbiage because you're on TikTok. Yeah, I could tell. I could tell you. You know, it must be YouTube or something like that you be on because.
I'm so sorry to be on your platform. And I'm not trying to cause no problem. I just came on TikTok. A lot of people do know us from an Instagram, and they took our page, they took our main page. It was just a lot. And Corey. So even I call Corey my brother because we used back in the day when we did this, Corey was getting a lot of attention too, to where we were able to contact a lot of people about this. And it's just.
Well, I think y'all should kick it up again. I think at the time that y'all did it, people were having grace at the time. 3 years ago, people was having grace about the situation. They trauma bonded to the situation 3 years ago. I think the same thing with me when I was pointing it out, you know, around that time about how she was going through the places with Junior with nothing protecting his head and so on and so forth. When she had him in the Walmart, when I was angry. I was like, yo, how is y'all not seeing this? This is not how grandma taught us to raise kids. Like y'all got her. The baby ain't even supposed to be out in the public, let alone getting on airplanes and trains and all of this other stuff. Going to, you know, I was mad. I was like, you taking that baby to to this person's birthday party? What does it need to go to French Montana's birthday party for? The baby don't need to be at French Montana's birthday party. Don't need to be around loud music while its ears are still developing. So I was mad too then, right? But I think at that time, everyone, you know, had grace for Chrisean. I think if you guys kick it back up right now, I think your campaign will get a lot different wind up under it because people are tired of it right now. At this point, you know, people in other countries did not even know about this, but now since she did the whole dunking him in the hot tub thing and that went viral, people from all over the place are now like, yo, this is not it. So I think if you guys start the wave back up again right now, people will be more inclined to hear it out or, you know, try to maneuver with it.
Because once we get into this, like when I have my content, what you were talking about, her dumping in a hot tub, it's emotionally draining when you edit these videos or when you like zoom in and you see a child like this. It's really heartbreaking. It's so like, and when nothing is being done, we have to take a break sometimes because this stuff is so demonic in a sense too, because like, how is no one not doing anything for this? And it's been going on so freaking long, so long. And like you said in the beginning, I think, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning when Chrisean was pregnant, and I remember seeing her smoking and drinking, and I'm like, no way, this could not be on Zeus. Like, this baby might come out messed up. And I had hopes. I remember watching that live of her having Junior. I even cried watching her, telling her to push, looking at the TV push. But when that Walmart situation, okay, when that Walmart situation of her carrying Junior and a dog, I said, this finna be a journey. I knew then. And when she came on here and was like, oh, my first time mom, and this and that, I'm like, okay. And when it was told that she missed, now remember when she had Junior and that she was supposed to come back the next day and it was supposed to be a surgery and she missed that? I remember that. So when Blue was like, she missed 5 appointments, she missed 5 doctor's appointments, and the hernia situation came about. It took for him to say that, for her to do that, and for her to leave it with this baby with a hernia. Now people need to understand Baltimore and LA is 5 hours away on a plane. So this baby got on a plane, okay, with this hernia to get to the house, this $3.5 million house that she was so happy about. It took Blue, which was like 4 weeks later, to admit about this hernia. So that means this baby had this hernia where he was even in that Walmart situation. The baby had this hernia, and that cry is it's pain cry. It's almost like a pain cry. It do sound like a cat, okay. It do sound like the cat syndrome, but I really believe it was more so pain, a screaming cry, as into like kind of painish. And so I know she's very rough with him. It was just so much in the beginning, and we bypassed all that, and we got so much hate, and everybody like, oh, y'all bullying a child. It was so much going on. So my best friend, I ended up jumping on because she couldn't handle the hate comments of people calling us haters and all that. So that's what made me jump onto the page. And as we go on, and the football game, my best friend went. I didn't go. She's in California. I'm from Chicago. So she went to that football game, and that's what hot tea, chocolate, whatever that lady name was. There was no one out there for her, but she was trying to see where was Junior. Like, she wanted to see for herself, is this real? Is this real? And even then, she noticed when they had Junior balled up, and what's that girl name? DJ Sky was carrying him around, and now she said during that whole game, she never seen them feed him, give him anything, or none of that. So it just kept, as time was going, y'all, and oh my God, when she got locked up, I thought it was our break then. I thought whoever got him, this is our moment. You know, I'm like, this is the moment. She's locked up. Blue locked up. She locked up. Who's the next in kin? Who's the next kin? Seeing Carlissa and seeing what they were doing at the courthouse, Marsh had them, and then it was the rumors with Marsh, and Marsh can't handle. I really believe that the reason why Marsh and Chrisean fell out was because of that situation. I think Marsh couldn't handle Junior the way how he was breathing during that time, and I think it freaked her out and probably took him to the hospital and tried to get help. And that's when Chrisean got one of her sisters like, no, go get my child because they looking at my baby. And I think one of her sisters came out there. And I also believe that her family might be, I think there's people in her family, like their children having disability. I think some of them, something is wrong with the other kids to where they're used to this. When I talked to Baltimore, when I went to Baltimore and I went to CPS, and they said they have a case on them alone. This ain't nothing new for them. All of them children got a CPS case. Something is wrong with majority of all them children. Chrisean said she got 54 nieces and nephews. We don't even see them. We see here and there kids. Something is wrong with them children. And I think that's how they're able to hide it, or whatever they're doing. They protecting each other. I didn't know that. Damn. What? I'm sorry.
About them alarms being in the CPS.
Oh, yeah. So you have, where should we start? I mean, Tessa bit her son in the nose. Let's talk about it. Chastity, when she got locked up, her mother took her son in the situation where the son got into the mother's you know, drugs and stuff, and ended up getting placed in CPS. All of them have cases. This is they know Malone's. Malone's is
Can everybody hear it good? YouTube, y'all can hear it good on YouTube. Y'all can hear her good on YouTube. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if y'all can hear it good. Discord, is it coming through good on Discord? Somebody unmute real quick and tell me yes or no. Anybody? Oh, hold on. Let me bring the message thing up.
Yes.
Nobody's responding in Discord. What the hell?
Around June-ish, that's when it started popping.
I said I can hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't turn the volume up because it's coming from the phone. She's on TikTok, so y'all listening to the person that's on TikTok. I don't know if they want to come over to the YouTube page and come up, but you're hearing them from TikTok.
I'm in Discord. I can't hear it that good, but I went over to the YouTube page.
Okay. You gotta go over to the TikTok page.
On the mic.
It's a business to us.
Go over to the TikTok page. You can hear it.
Oh, you on the TikTok? Okay.
Yeah, we're on everything. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch.
And it will be very hard for them to find him a place to go, even if.
Boy, you making it happen. We gotta have 8 devices.
A lot they would have to work on. Junior is so far behind, and all the he would need some type of special treatment for him because he's 3 and he's so far behind. It would be different if he started early intervention and it would have been easier. But now that he's so far, it's almost like CPS they would rather save another child than Junior at the point, as long as he's alive. That's how she pretty much put it to me. He's alive. He's okay. He's good. It's not much that they can do if they was. And this is another thing that I wanted to say. When people be like, "Oh, save Junior," we're not trying to say we want Junior to be away from his mother. I want to him because in the beginning, if y'all remember, Junior loves his mother. Let's throw that out. Junior used to rub his mother's face. He loved her voice, you know, and he also got abandonment issues too because she left him multiple times. So now you can tell there has to be some type of something is going on to where he don't like her as much. He's standoffish. He's pushing her away. He's just like, I'm through with her, you know. So if I never want to take him from his mother because he loves her. He smiles when she talks. When he hears her voice, but he knows something isn't right. Right. Because kids don't lie to us. Exactly. I think there should be a case manager or someone that's overseeing them. I'm not saying for Junior to be away from his mother. She needs help as well. If we was going to go down there, she needs help mentally. But in CPS's eyes, it's not too much of an emergency to them right now. And when shit hits the fan, they're going to be like, damn, I should have intervened a long time ago. And let's be for real. The system failed a lot of children. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's going on. In Baltimore alone, okay, with the 2 kids found in the trunk in Baltimore by the auntie, gone for a year. Why is it that a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old was found in the trunk and was in the trunk for a year? Where was like Baltimore? I don't know what's up with Baltimore, and I'm from Chicago. Okay, I don't understand why Baltimore doesn't protect their children or call when the children miss school or it's so evil and demonic in Baltimore. I'm sorry to say if anybody's from there, but I mean you got family members sleeping with each other and weird stuff. It's just like really demonic in Baltimore. I don't know that energy, but another reason why she went back to have Junior in Baltimore because she can pay they're lenient over there. Yes, she can pay. She got her people. You know, this ain't nothing new. She knew how to play. She couldn't do that in LA. She couldn't do that in LA. I'm in Texas, and they don't play in Texas.
Yeah, when he go to the doctor, when she finally do take him to the doctor, and I hope after this Jason Lee interview, I hope they push more for that. Hearing her say that there's nothing wrong with him and he don't have a disability, that means she's still in denial that something needs to be fixed, right? And then anytime you have a problem, the first thing is admitting that there's a problem before you can fix the problem. It's like, somebody with a delusional mind will tell you that they don't need those medicines, that it's the medicines that's, they're fine. After they get on their medicine for a while and they're, they get their balance back, then they start telling themselves again, like, I don't need these medicines no more. I don't need to take this stuff, right? That's the same thing she's doing right now. She's showing you that mentally she's not capable of recognizing when there is a Jason. Man, Jason should have caught that shit. That's why I was upset too. I'm like, damn, Jason just let that part slide like that. He just gonna let that part slide. She just try to say ain't nothing wrong with her son, like, and he just let that part slide. Nah, let's sit there for a second. Let's dwell on that part. What are you?
She also contradicted herself though, because for you to say that there's nothing wrong with your son, but he's in therapy, that he has no diagnosis, a doctor would never request therapy if there wasn't a diagnosis there. So why
Absolutely.
would he need therapy if there's nothing wrong with him?
Right.
He probably scared of her. And so I don't understand that. I just don't.
Well, we need somebody to talk to her that's not scared of her, or we need to put this on. I'm writing Netflix.
To be somebody.
For real.
Listen, Save Junior. Okay?
Netflix is doing documentaries now. I think if we write Netflix, we can get on Netflix and do a Chrisean, a Chrisean documentary. They just did Ashley. They just did Ashley Trevino. Matter of fact, I'm about to get in touch with Rotten Tomato and ask Rotten Tomato to get us in touch with Netflix, because Rotten Tomato got on there with the Ashley Trevino thing. So maybe if I get in touch with Rotten Tomato, she could tell us how to get on there and we could do a documentary on Chrisean on Netflix where we take. For real, all they got to do is put a bunch of our clips together and air that shit on Netflix.
Sadly, it would be like a multi-season docu-series, because we got to think all of this started before Junior was even born. So we would have to start from the beginning for the true exposure.
Yeah.
And I guarantee people would tune in.
Yeah.
Talking in your
What did that say before I forget? Because I think Jason Lee probably feels for her. That's why he didn't really ask the hard questions that should have been asked. He probably feels for her because she.
Well, we don't need somebody to talk to her that's feeling for her. We need somebody to talk to her that's feeling for Junior.
Show that it was holding me because of the conversation that we had with him. It still breaks my heart to this day.
I think you should. I don't think you failed him, because remember, Ronnie's goal was to save Junior. Remember, Ronnie said, that we're gonna get it done, right? We are steppers. We're gonna keep stepping. It's all brakes, it's all gas, no brakes, right? Remember, what Ronnie was, what Ronnie represents. If we can get the job done of saving Junior, there's no possible way you failed Ronnie, because Ronnie knew what he was doing could possibly end his life, but this is the hill that he wanted to stand on, right? So I say you start the page back up to continue, right? If you want to honor Ronnie, then you must continue it, because that was his last wish and he's gone without his clarity. The least we can do is give him his clarity so he can move on. He can't move on right now, right? And we can't stop fighting right now, right? So if you want to honor him, due to the fact, just like you, I also had a conversation with him that touched me. You talked to him when he was here, right? So I say you should kick back up the fight again, right? I think you should kick it back up. A lot of people would love to hear from the pages.
You're right. I mean, I tried. Me and my best friend, and just keep going. Sometimes she need a break, I need a break. But when it came,
I talked to his sister the other day on her page. She said she's going to try to. She told me to reach out. She ain't respond to the DM yet, but hopefully she'll get back in touch with me and we can sit down with her and have a conversation with her. You say what?
who you talking about?
Ronnie's sister.
Talking to his cousin. The one that be on the board. She be like, Rashawn had it. Me and her talk too. So, yeah.
Do you know in the Bible how it talks about even godly people or even that enemies can show up dressed in white? Even the demon can show up dressed in white and trick us. She's been tricked. Her mind is not even completely there. The Bible says that you cannot choose both sides. You have to choose God or the devil. You can't be playing around.
Right. Alicia, is that your name, Alicia?
Yeah.
Listen, I really believe when I go back in the history of Chrisean, before I even got into Junior, my little sister was in love, like she had a thing for Chrisean. And she had to stay at my house one day and I looked at her laptop. That's how I kind of got into Chrisean. But when Chrisean, it is the point where Chrisean ended up talking about selling her soul, right? When she did that I Love Blue on that house, let me tell you something. So demonic to take
Aiden Ross.
the cut from her leg. Who thinks like that?
Passing that.
Oh, you know what? Let me write I Love Blue in my blood. Who thinks? Honest to God, who thinks or have a right mind to think like that?
To even, yeah.
Who would ever think? Let me take my blood. Not a pen and paper or anything. Let me take my blood and write it on the wall. And a lot of people out there, when it comes to them tattoos as well, the blood in your face is so powerful. When she got the tattoo on his face, if anyone noticed, every time her look into it, she get a new tattoo. It's her way of being close to him. It's like a demonic like spirit or something. When she does that, there's a reason why she has 7 tattoos.
It ties her. It ties her to him. It's like if you think Harry Potter, think like Horcrux, right? All of these different tattoos, it binds them to the soul of this person. Like, remember, your body is your vessel to your soul. God is the only one that is allowed to write on the vessels of mankind as far as the souls of mankind. But when you bind yourself through blood and through these different tattoos and stuff, that's why the Bible, in the Old Testament, it says one should not pierce or tattoo the body.
Face of the person who ruined her. Exactly. It's some type of connection. She feel like if I do this, we're gonna have to go more. We're connected in some way. If anybody pay attention when she got that face tattoo, you didn't see not one tear when she got it on. She sat there happy, smiling, happy to have her face. But now when you see her trying to remove it, it hurts.
Because she's coming home with pain.
She said it's not even y'all heart hurt. She said it doesn't hurt. What's in the heart speaks. The mouth will always speak what's in the heart. So she needs to renew her heart for real with God. She removed the blue devil tattoo if she's so holy. Sean is not holy.
Because that blue tattoo is actually her stamp, right? To let you know that Blue's property. That's why they all call her and they all call Blue and say, "Do you mind if I stream with Chrisean?" Because it's the same way that the Africans used to mark their girls, right? No, not the mark of the beast. They're marking property. That tattoo, that Blue girl's tattoo that you see on her ankle, that's a property stamp.
He did for all of them.
Exactly. They all have property stamps on them. It's the same thing that they would do in trafficking and African and so on and so forth. It's the same thing pimps do. It's a stamp. It's an African stamp to say that's his property. That's why nobody disrespect her and everything like that because she belongs to him. That's the property of right.
She wasn't even close to Blue. She looked his name up on Google. You hear me? And put Jonathan Michael Porter, which is his father's name. And remember, so last week, remember AJ didn't go live with her and was like, why would you get that man tattooed? Like, what are you doing?
And that's when you found out that Jonathan names was actually Jamal and not Michael.
She was lying to Karan, telling Karan that she was messing with Blueface, and Blueface wasn't messing with her at that time. He was treating Chrisean like he was trying to give her fame like talent. He was trying to put her on. If y'all remember, she stayed in that house. She wouldn't leave the freaking house. That's why Wife 100 had to call people over there because she wouldn't leave for season 2. Because it was supposed to be a season 2. So like if you go down and you follow what we at now, this is psychotic stuff we're dealing with. So if you go back to thinking how this girl came where she at now, man, listen, it's nothing godly about this at all. At all. That's why she go to church. You see Chrisean, the only one in church running, jumping, bouncing all through the church. Like she's laughing at God. Like, Karen Jr., ha 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 ha. I mean, even the church members, when we used to talk to them on YouTube, and they would say we would be so embarrassed because she would be so loud. She would leave Julia on a chair. She would walk off. She'd come in and jump in and bounce it on top of the chairs, just doing the most. And that's what the devil would do when he's in God's house.
Yeah, there's definitely some dark stuff going on. I gotta get ready to get out of here and take a break for 2 hours. I gotta finish watching my Netflix show. Avatar. No, you're good. You came right at the nick of time to spread some, awareness. That was great. You came on. The YouTube got to hear you. The Discord got to hear you. We're on Twitch right now, so that was perfect timing. We're closing down. Y'all make sure y'all go follow, click on her page. Make sure y'all follow her over here. I don't know if she got a YouTube page, but if she's going to kick up, then we're all for the kick up. If she's going to kick back up, I say, yeah, we're definitely going to be live streaming on the 2.0 page for the birthday. We're going to be doing a watch party for that day because she's supposed to be going live on that day on Kick. So we'll be doing I'll probably be live on a. Nah, a lot of times we just mute it and talk over it and just let it play in the background just to keep track, see if we see Junior or something like that. I don't even listen to it half the time. I ain't gonna lie. I mute that shit and we be talking. It'd be the chat that be like, we want to hear her. We want to hear her. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't want to hear her. Make sure y'all follow, hit that follow button on everybody in here. Make sure y'all follow that person that's in there. Make sure y'all follow. Absolutely. Yeah, I think this should get us towards because like I said, the Danza interview came out. She did the whole 52 fake out where people try to make it seem like the doctor reference was saying that she talked to a doctor. And now this one's coming out saying that she has not talked to a doctor and nothing's wrong with Junior. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said, why didn't Jason Lee bring that up? Like about the Zeus Network thing being fake. He didn't ask nothing. He gave us the same bullshit runaround that we've been having already. Like, we didn't want that. We wanted clarity. We wanted answers. We wanted. Nah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't no saving her image. We need the clarity. Fuck her. I mean, forget her image, man. That shit over with. Junior sitting there suffering. His ankles and shit got to be re-broke and then casted. Like that's listen. When he finally go through the medical treatment, he's gonna go into and then you got to think like if he meet the weight requirement to be able to go into surgery. You know what I mean? Is the hernia healed enough? Because you can't have two problems already going into surgery. So is everything healed enough for them to be able to put him under? I mean, I guess they can put him under. Shit, she doping his ass up left and right. But you know what I mean? Like, is he capable of? But yeah, you say what? If you go live, I'll definitely send everybody over there. TikTok is definitely going to bring you more numbers if you do go live about it. I know it's like you got to spend so much time on there, but it's definitely a faster way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But somebody needs to be a part of her PR team that's telling her, like, hey, listen, the people are tired of the bullshit. The only image that you have to go with right now is basically, submitting to the. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. YouTube, make sure y'all get involved with the conversation. YouTube, make sure y'all get involved with the conversation. We're going to close out the YouTube right now. I appreciate you guys for your time.
I need to know, I just got to know. It's time to know if he's mine. I got to know. There's not a man that God can't save.
I'm still a man from the grave.
I'm still a man from the grave.
Roll the stone from the cave.
I'm still a man from the grave. Yeah, you was running from me like you was dodging the bullet. Boo, you still on your red carpet. I wasn't trying to pull it. Our relationship was more than having a relationship. But you treated our bond like a passive vacation. To the public, I was just a nagging ex. 1,001 night stands, just yeah. You was telling the world that I said it for clout, that you wasn't my girl, call it reasonable doubt. I was only trying to stand on 10. No regrets for my son, I do it again and again. See, Junior looks a lot like me. Features, skin tone, and all that good raw energy. Oh, is he my son? Am I the all I wanted was to get the DNA test done. But you had your own intention, by all means your own convention. So my name you didn't mention. Blue the daddy, your invention.